Hey, what's up, party people? See if I get a video in real quick. I was talking to my children the other day, and we were talking about good people and bad people, and then a whole positive and negative type thing. There's a couple ways to look at that. The way I choose to look at it is positive is not necessarily good, and negative not necessarily bad. It's perspectives, and depending on what you need in your life, you use those different polarities to help move you through life. Um, I mean, you could have an uncle you think would be a bad guy who was just being mean to you, and as you get older, you realize that he was trying to direct you in the right direction, and with maturity, you realize he was a good dude. So, good or bad is a perspective. I mean, because if you have a battery, you need a positive terminal and a negative terminal. You take the negative terminal off the car, it ain't gonna go too far. I think that you need a mixture of people that you agree with, you know, and people who don't in your life to keep from becoming or keep getting stuck in that echo chamber. And people just surround themselves with folks that just agree with them. But then that also comes to the point of like-minded people and people thinking alike. Now you can be like-minded and have difference of a point of views and still figure some stuff out. But if you think just alike, then everything that you say is you're always agreeing with you, and everybody around you agrees with you. You have trying about a whole bunch of yes men and yes women, and nothing really gets done because it's just all about that idea as opposed to constructive criticism and being critical in your thinking, take it to the next level. I surround myself with, and I listen to YouTube a lot, and I'm in the car a lot, and listen, watching the videos and stuff. But at the end of the day, I make phone calls. I call guys, and I don't really talk to women that much. That can lead to issues. And me being a married man, it's not a good look. So I will call my guy friends and have conversations with them and talk to them about stuff. And we'll disagree on stuff. We won't see eye to eye on things, but it gives me a better perspective as opposed to just being in an echo chamber and just trying about a whole bunch of yes people. And I think that's important for your maturity and for your growth. I used to have, but get back to my video, I had to make a run real quick. I used to have 1,000, over 1,000, almost 2,000 friends on Facebook. I'm down about 400 now because I just don't really want people just in my life like that. And I like to engage people. I wish I had more engagement, but it's kind of hard to have conversations, on social media with just the, typing and stuff. And I like to make phone calls. I said that earlier. But I think that's where a lot of where progress comes from is those, conversations, and disagreements. And you figure out, you figure out who you are. That's what I say. I had one client I talked to her about how I missed our conversations, how we would say things to each other, and it wasn't about who was right or wrong. It was just a conversation, and I would come with an agenda and idea, and then she would respond, and we would both leave the conversation pondering on different ideas and things. We have different perspectives. I mean, she was a white lady, grew up with different kinds of perspectives. I'm a black man, grew up with different kinds of perspectives, and a lot of things that I would say to her, she never thought about. A lot of things she said to me, I never even thought about. So we learn from each other. I find the same thing with the relationship with my wife. It's like things that that we do and the way we function is just we didn't know that. Like, and it's not good or a bad thing. It's like we had Easter. I never heard of Easter Bunny. I mean, we just had Easter. We go to church and that was that. And Michelle, has a whole Easter Bunny thing. Like Santa Claus come by and drop off the bag, and I'm like, that wasn't celebrating. It was just like little things like that, and we talked about it. But getting back to the point, it's not good or bad like that. It's different perspectives, and the different degrees of quote unquote good or bad, and different perspectives depending on your life experiences, what makes you who you are. So try not to be so judgmental. Just try to understand where somebody's coming from, and then that helps you understand where you need to be at, where you coming from. That's it for today, man. I'm gonna cut it off before I get a call again, cut me off. I hate when that happens. So Anyway, y'all be safe out there. Love y'all. I'm out.